Hey guys, Chris here. So this week we're going to do I and J. Um, these videos are going to become a little more sparse just because of my new work schedule. I don't have the same amount of time that I used to. But either way, let's get into it. So up first we got Idols, Brutalism. I believe this is the first album. It might be the second album. But just a really great like post-punk band or like noise band. Yeah, check them out if you haven't. Then we got the Joy's The Act of Resistance, which is also an Idols album. This was their the follow-up album. It might be my favorite. This is a really good. This is like the limited edition pressing or whatever. So it has all of this like special sleeve. It's just on black though. But it comes with all these different art pieces that are all roughly named after songs on the album. And some of the art is done by the people in the band as well. This one's my favorite. It's probably my favorite song off the album as well. But yeah, these are all like really cool. I only have like one other album that's like this, and that is Kanye's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Spoiler alert, for when we get to the W's. Thank you. Yeah, it's a really, really fun way to, make a record. It's great when it sounds good too. Then we got the Idols album Ultra Mono. This is a brand new one, and I got it in mono, which is why it looks like this. The regular one is like a black album cover with like a man getting hit in the face with a balloon. But yeah, really good. Recommend checking it out. Then we got Infected Mushroom, BP Empire. Yeah, this was one of the records that I got from one of my buddies, one of his collections. It sounds like rave music. It's like just very aggressive, high BPM, just going hard. Then we got The Internet, Ego Death. Really great album. If you've never listened to The Internet, you are honestly missing out. The records are just on black, but these sleeves are really cool. They started out as a band, but they sort of lasted long enough for themselves to become a super group, which is pretty cool. Then we got Hive Mind, the follow-up album. This was really the album where it's like the Internet went from a band to being a super group because everyone sort of developed their own personal, jobs. Then we got Jamie XX, In Color. Really fun, little hole there, but, black or white, that's about it. Really good electronic music. Reminds me a lot of like the electronic like house music that my mom used to listen to, when I was growing up or whatever. Then we got Job for a Cowboy, Doom. This is one of my favorite albums. I just love the album artwork. It's just so perfect. And then it's on this like orange, like this very Doom looking fire press. Yeah, Job for a Cowboy. Check them out. Maybe you'll be into it, maybe you won't. Genesis. This was just such a good album. It was pretty hard to find too. When I got this after I got it for one of my buddies for his birthday or whatever, but I got his for like $20, and then that was like the last one that was at that price. After that, like they just shot up to like $60, so I went to go get mine, and I was like, fuck. But then we got Billy Joel, The Stranger. I'm honestly like not a giant Billy Joel fan, and I've really never listened to this album. But the first song on it is Moving Out, which, you know, great banger. Has a car starting in it as the breakdown. That's pretty awesome. Then we got Joey Badass, Before the Money, Before the Cash, or you could just think of it as Badass. But really, really great. I think it's just on black. Yep. But it is a gatefold featuring the young goat himself. Yeah, I'd recommend it. It's one of my favorite albums. It's still probably my favorite Joey Badass album. Then we got John From. This is like a metal super group. It's just on black. It's pretty good. I can't remember who all is in it, but it is like really, really fun technical stuff. Then we got The God, Robert Johnson. You already know. Yeah, when I was a kid, my parents got me on CD the Robert Johnson collection. So I've listened to him a lot, you know, growing up and stuff. Classic story, you know. Sold his soul to the devil to become the greatest guitarist of all time. And you can hear it. It's definitely devilish music. Then we got Joyce Manor, you know, completely different, sad boy. This is probably my favorite album of theirs. I think they nailed it right off the bat. It's on this, I believe, yeah, it's like transparent green. Yeah, it's about, I think the first album is like 15 minutes long. So I'd recommend it if you have the time. I don't know if you have 15 minutes to sink into a whole album. Maybe check out their second album then. I believe that this is 13 minutes long. But it's also really good. This has a really fun cover of Video Killed the Radio Star, which you know, I don't know. I like that song. You know, outside of the history of being the first video on MTV or whatever. Then we got Joyce Manor's third album. This one's just on black, you know, so it's still in the sleeve. But, yeah, this one's pretty good. Their songs got longer on this album, but it still really didn't set up for their fourth album, which I don't own, where their songs got like 3.5 minutes long, and it's like a real album. Then we have Justice. As you can see, I've had it for a while. A little bit of a wear ring on it. But I love Justice. They're one of my favorite bands. I would recommend seeing them live if you haven't. It was definitely one of my favorite shows that I've ever seen. It's just on black. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know that I went a little quick on it, but you know, it's just so that the following two letters can be a little bit longer as well. But yeah, you know, if you liked this video, please leave a comment, subscribe, share it with someone that you think would enjoy it. And if you want to discuss any of these albums, you know, feel free to leave a comment and let's talk about it. And as always, let's remember, Black Lives Matter, lives of Indigenous people matter, and we got to get out there and vote. The debates are going on right now, and, you know, Donald Trump didn't condemn white supremacy. So, you know, however you may feel about that, let's try to fix that, let's say. Yeah, join me next week. All right, see you guys.